They're giving them to all the people who finished their treatment.
So your mom got one?
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
So if they've been, if they finish chemo, that's when they're giving them that bag.
Well, that's good, right? So good. All right. So
And it has balloons attached.
That's kind of perfect. I'm just saying. Let me make sure. I'm gonna double check my screen. I'm at Chicken Salad Chick, y'all. Because the girl lives like right down the street from here, and I was like, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go sit and do that. So exciting. All these people are gonna love hearing everything I have to say. Okay, I am live. Perfect. Okay, admit. All right. So I know you guys were at Fall Retreat, and I know you all heard. Why are you laughing at me? What you laughing about? Brandy, what'd you do?
Okay.
You are breaking up so bad. You'll go,
and you're moving like this.
Can y'all hear me now? Do I just need to do Facebook Live? Is it that bad?
Not right now. If it gets that bad, I'll tell you.
Yes, tell me. Okay, so first off, thank you, Brandy, and thank you, Tammy, and thank you, Lindsay, for turning in your beast mode sheets. I appreciate you guys. No matter what is on it, I just ask that you keep turning it in. Okay? Like, no matter what. Okay? Because even though sometimes you might think it's a bad week, when you actually fill it out and you do it daily, it's going to help you. I'm telling you, it's going to help. Okay? I had gotten in this habit of not doing my beast mode sheet. And then when I started doing my beast mode sheet, I was like, I've been working in circles. Like, I thought I was doing more than what I was, but the truth is I wasn't, I was in my head more than anything. And so then when I got back to beast mode and tracking my beast mode sheet, that's how I sold $2,000 last week. You know what I'm saying? Because I was tracking my faces. Okay, so I know you guys were at Fall Retreat, and I know that you guys heard my booking training. Yeah? Okay. So here's what I also know. I can kind of see whether or not my consultants get 10 bookings a week or not. And so today's training is on bookings. No hiding. This is good. Okay. So I want to remind you, number one, bookings is an attitude. Okay. It's an attitude. Remember, like, whatever you're thinking about your bookings is what is true. Okay. So the way you approach your bookings is going to affect the outcome of your bookings. And so when I sit down and do booking calls, I anticipate like everybody who answers the phone is going to say yes. Like, that is my expectations. Do they always? No. But I go into that phone call expecting her to book with me because it changes my whole, not just my thought process, but like how I come across. Okay. Like, she wants what I got. You know what I'm saying? Because she's going to book me. So, what is your attitude about booking calls? Does it freak you out? Does it make you want to throw up? And if that's the case, it's because you're making it about you. Okay? And so when you make it about them and something beneficial for them, then you stop tripping over the daggum phone. Okay? I want you to have so many bookings on your date book that you're trying to find the time to make the calls. You get what I'm saying? I love it when my calendar is so full. Like I thought I was going to sit there at the coffee shop for 3 hours after I met with my last chair. But I was like, oh crap, I have a double facial. I have to go home and pack my car. Like, what am I doing? I was ready to make some booking calls. Okay. I want you to have so many bookings that you're like, oh crap, I gotta go pack the car. Like, so exciting. Okay. Number 2, rejection is a lie. So y'all remember my little spill about piece of gum? Or have y'all ever taken somebody to get ice cream or a cup of coffee and they're like, oh, I'm good. I don't really want any. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's not anything to do with you, right? They just don't want any. It's not a big deal. So sometimes when people say no, for example, I asked at my facial, because my job is to do what? Get leads, ask for leads at least, try to make a sale, and try to get some bookings, right? She booked a color session. She was not interested in meeting for coffee. Like, she just point blank, like, girl, no, I don't want to do that. Is that anything to do with me? No. She just doesn't want to, okay? It's just like, do you want a piece of candy? No. Like, has nothing to do with you, okay? She just don't want to. So stop making it about you, okay? And also stop getting so freaking offended. We live in this day and time where everybody is so offended. And I'm so over it. Okay, stop being offended. It ain't about you, baby. It ain't. Okay. You also don't know what's going on the other side of the phone. So if you've ever had kids or even a spouse, okay, or dogs are a really good example because, like, y'all, if somebody would have called me at 10 o'clock this morning asking me for a facial, I might have just like hung up on them, okay, because my dogs woke me, Zeus in particular, woke me up 3 times last night, 1:30, 2:30, 3 o'clock. I was like, I'm going to kill him, okay? So I didn't have any sleep. Then when I woke up, he broke out of the crate. So I'm like looking for pee in the house. Okay. So then after that happened, I let him outside to use the bathroom. Zeus escapes the gate in front of my face. Okay. He does it in front of me. So apparently he has a big pair of kahunas. Okay. I'm just letting you know. So then I literally see him on the other side of the gate and I'm yelling at him. No, okay, must I also tell you I have not fixed my hair. It's like a curly, hot freaking mess on top of my head. I have pajama shorts on and no bra, okay? And I don't have any shoes on. And I'm like trying to get this stupid dog back in the gate. Okay, then I get Zeus inside. Turbo's out of the gate. And I can't get him. So what I have to do to get my freaking self in the car, go right around the neighborhood so I can find Turbo. Okay, so like if somebody would have called me at 10 o'clock asking me if I wanted a facial, what do you think I would have said? Heck freaking no. Okay, so I need you to understand sometimes they're not rejecting you. Okay, most of the time they're not. You don't know what happened on the other side of that phone. You don't know what happened yesterday. You don't know what happened 20 minutes ago. Okay, sometimes no just means not right now. Okay, so stop being so freaking offended. All right. Number 3, if she is busy, the best objection overcomer for busyness is phone facial. Well, girl, I offer a virtual option where we can do a facial over the phone. I can mail you some samples and goodies in the mail. I feel like, oh, that's so much better and so much easier on my life. Please, yeah, do that. We can do that. I can do 20 minutes in my own bathroom, but I can't do like drive somewhere, be somewhere, dress up, all that. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't, and that's okay. That's why the phone facial is so amazing. And y'all know, I have trained you guys. Y'all are my girls. You know how to do a foam facial. True? Okay. You know how to work it full circle. You know you got to ask for leads. You know you got to send the set sheet. Let them pick out what they want. You know you got to ask for the booking, right? Y'all know that. It's in the scripts. So work it full circle. Like, stop leaving off questions because you're making it about you because you're terrified of what she might reject you. It's not about you. Like, and here's the thing. If you want to make it about you, understand that you're doing yourself a disservice for not asking. If you don't ask, you don't get referrals. You don't get referrals, you run out of bookings. True? Okay, so you're screwing yourself. Like, it's not good. Okay? So, I mean, like, come on. All right, number 4, stick to the scripts, y'all. Stop trying to find a new script. Stop trying to go ask another director. Stop trying to get on all these different sites and ask for all this stuff. Like, you just need to stick to the scripts. Okay? Brandy, what you laughing about? Okay. So I have done the same scripts. Yeah, exactly. I've done the same scripts for 5 years. When I make my booking calls, I don't have a script in front of me because I have said the same freaking thing for 5 years. Okay? If you will stick to the same script, eventually you won't have to have it in front of you. It's when you're switching your script constantly where you're making yourself so confused. And remember, what does a confused mind do? A whole bunch of nothing. Okay, so stop confusing yourself and just stick to the scripts. You guys, I handed you an amazing packet, and guess what? In case you lost that one, I'm mailing you another one, and it's the same thing. Okay, so number 5, it's kind of funny because I just said this. A confused mind does nothing. So remember, when you're doing your phone calls, unless you're just like, I want to work weekends, like I don't want to do the evenings during the week, remember, then don't say this, but I don't want to just work weekends. Like, I'm trying to get some facials done on a Tuesday, on a Thursday. Like, I don't want to work just a whole Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because people will just book on the weekend if you ask weekday or weekend. You know what they're going to say? Weekend. Because that's usually when people are off work, right? So instead, say, do you prefer an afternoon or evening? Afternoon, I might can fit her in on a lunch break, right? Foam facial on the lunch break. Okay. If you do an evening, maybe after work, on the way home, like no big deal, right? Okay. And then once she picks afternoon or evening, then you give her 2 specific times. Okay. Number 6, keep it simple, sweetie. Instead, don't ask for a party. Just say, would you be willing? And I know Holly wants y'all to have 5 people at a party. Okay, here's the freaking deal. I haven't had 5 people at a party in 2 years, other than on Facebook. People are not going to have 5 or more people right now. People are COVID scared. True. True. Like, some people don't care, but it's still hard to get a lot of people around. I might not care, but that doesn't mean some of my family doesn't care. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's hard to get big, huge groups. But if you say it's just you plus 2 and you get hostess perks, like you plus 2, I just need you to get you plus 2. When I left the girl's house today for my facial, it was her and her daughter, okay? Her 10-year-old daughter. So I did botanicals with the daughter. I did repair set with the mama. And, I mean, they bought everything I showed. I mean, it was amazing. But here's the thing, okay? When I left, I had booked a color session, right? Because, I wanted another booking. So she was like, I really don't wear a whole lot of makeup. Like, she's 10. She's not going to wear makeup. And I was like, listen, girl, like, if you knew how to apply it, would you attempt? She said, I might. I was like, even if it's on a Sunday, right? She was like, yeah, I mean, I would like to have a little something to put on for church. And I said, okay, well, let's do a color session. I'm not expecting you to spend bukus of money with me. Like, if she grows up and she decides, and I'm looking at her daughter, and I said, if she grows up and she decides she wants to wear makeup, I want her to know how to properly do it. Like, so she'll know, even if it's 10 years down the road, like, at least she'll know how to properly do it and she won't look crazy, you know? And she was like, you're right. Let's just do it. Let's do it. So she booked the color session. And then I said, okay, listen, if you have 3 adults here, then you get hostess perks. So you plus 2, girl. You plus 2. She was like, oh, I can do that. I can do 2 people. You get what I'm saying? So stop making it so complicated. If you just tell her it's just you plus 2, they will invite people because they feel like I can get 2 people here. If you told me I had to have 5 people, I'd be like, girl, people flaky. I don't know. But I can get 2 because I could get my mama and I could get my sister. Like, no matter what, I can get them 2 people here. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to sell them on it's just you plus 2. Okay? Also, I feel like a lot of y'all are like, I'm just doing virtual, which is great. Okay. I'm all about virtual. Y'all know I love my virtual appointments because I don't have to go anywhere and all I've got to do is get ready from the neck up. Okay. It's great. But if you will grow a little bit of courage, just a little bit of courage, some kahunas like Zeus has. Okay. You guys, you are leaving so much money on the table, not working in person at all. I mean, like, they get to know you. When I told her this story of my husband deploying to Syria after I had just had Emma, she was sold on whatever I talked to her about. She was sold because she loves like military people. But I didn't know that when I was talking to her. You know what I'm saying? But after I told my whole story, she was sold. So like, you get more what's the word? Influence when you're in person because they get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get to know who you are. And they get to love you just as much as I love you. And that is a lot. Brandy, put your brows down. So it's good. It's a good thing. Okay. And the only thing that changes in virtual versus in person is guess what? Virtual versus in person. You're doing the same thing. It's the same kind of script. It's just in person. And we do small talk a little bit more. That's it. That's the only thing that changes. Right? And I take a bag full of stuff rather than mailing her stuff. I just take it in my demo. Okay? But still, just keep it simple. Y'all get what I'm saying? Keep it simple. Okay. Number 7, bookings from bookings. So I'm not going to talk about hostess perks and all of that because I feel like you guys kind of know my hostess program, but I just want you guys to understand that attempt to get another booking. Attempt. So, for example, the girl that I recruited today, okay, I did a facial with her last week in person. She came over to my house. She's a college student at USC, but she travels from Easley to Spartanburg for school, okay? So there was nowhere local that we could have met other than me coming to Easley, and she was like, I'm already in Spartanburg. So I had her at my house, okay? So when she left, I said, why don't you hop on tonight? Because it was last Monday, okay? And we had a guest event last Monday. I don't know if y'all knew, but we did. And so I said, why don't you just hop on the Zoom tonight and listen to some facts about our business? Might interest you, might not, but you get a gift just for hopping on. She was the only guest on there, okay? But I got to interact with her individually. So then I reached out to her again yesterday And I said, hey, girl, like, I'm in a challenge to meet with 30 girls this week over a cup of coffee. Is there any reason why we couldn't just meet, grab coffee, my treat? And she was like, sure. So she met with me. I talked to her about, like, kind of what I was going to do. But see, do y'all understand that during her facial, I got another booking with her? She was on the guest event. That's a booking. Okay. Then I called her again because I'm a layer girl. Okay. I understand people are not going to sign up on the spot. She didn't sign up on the spot last week on the guest event, but I met with her. I dug a little in person with her and I figured out what she needed and why she was terrified to start. And when we hashed all of that out, and then she was ready to sign up. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes they need more than just one meeting. And you don't always have to wait 4 months later before you meet again. It could be a week. Get what I'm saying? Y'all tracking? All right. Hope so. Okay, number 8. Don't book it if you won't coach it. Coaching is so easy. And listen, don't overanalyze coaching. All it is following up with them, confirming their appointment. And I love mail. Y'all know I love mail. I think it's important. If she's booked like 4 or 5 days out, I'm going to mail her a card. Y'all, you can get some really cute postcards, okay? Hold on. I thought I had some in here. They jamming up in here. Okay. Like these. This is so cute. Okay. Like Jessica Huggins gave me this at Fall Retreat, but it says, God is in her, she will not fail. And it's just a little scripture verse and it's plain on the back. It's just plain. Okay. So they can write notes. If you go to courtofachievers.com, COURT of OF achievers.com, you can like get 20, maybe 25 postcards for like $5. I mean, obviously you'd have to pay shipping, so maybe partner up with some Mary Kay friends and do one order together, kind of like how we do Tula. Tula. I love me some Tula. Okay. Anyways, but like get you some postcards where you're only spending like 30 cents on a mailing, that you've got 5 facials on Saturday and you just want to mail a card to each girl and just say, I'm so excited to chat with you, even if it's a phone facial. Okay. And I do that because, for one, it gives her something to hang on the fridge to remember by, right? The other thing is, I walked into a party last week. I didn't know it was a party. Okay, listen, this was so cool. So I booked her for a facial, and I told her the same thing I tell everybody. If it's you plus 2, you get hostess perks. Okay, that's what I told her. And I wrote it on her little postcard for me because it was just a facial, so I didn't include like all the hostess cutouts or whatever that I talked about at Fall Retreat. So it was just a postcard. And it literally says, don't forget, if it's you plus 2, you get hostess perks. She had 3 people there. It was her plus 3. It was a 4-people party. Okay. I sold $700 of product. Y'all see these eyebrows up? That is a $300 profit. I was there for an hour and a half. Y'all. Because of a postcard. Because of a postcard. She had the postcard sitting on the table when I walked in. She said, I got your card. It's so cute. It literally says dream big, and it's a pink punch bug on it. Y'all might have gotten some postcards like that for me. But they're so cute. And she was so excited. All I wrote on there, y'all, seriously, it said, I'm so excited to pamper you on Monday at this time. I'll be there about 5-10 minutes early. If you want to invite anybody, if it's you plus 2, you get hostess perks. I can't wait to meet you. Like, that was it. Like, I didn't say anything crazy, okay? Like, and you get $50 a prop. No, like, nothing. Like, she had 3 people there. I walk in thinking it's about to be a 45-minute facial. It was an hour and a half. I was like, thank God for childcare. You know, like, for real. So, coach your appointments, and I promise you, they will hold. If you don't coach them, if you're not in contact with them and you just want to call them like 5 minutes before their appointment, like, dude, they're going to forget about you. Okay? So you got to coach your appointments. The other thing that I think is a big piece for your bookings, I mean, everybody has their own system. Some people like to use paper, like a piece of paper where they jot down the names that they need to call and just kind of check it off. I can't do that. It makes me crazy. I can't have list over list over list over list. I'm like, I just need to have a section in here and go through my cards. When I'm done, I move them up 3 days and then I go on about my business. Okay. So I think a booking box is huge. Okay. I really do. And if you don't have leads, y'all, I have trained on leads until I have leads coming out of my ears. Go get the dang leads. Ask for the leads. Okay, so y'all remember at Fall Retreat, I gave you these little cards, and they had 15 calls a day, 5 days a week. Okay, here's the deal. If you've ever had it in your heart, in your gut, that you wanted to be a sales director, ever, just even for a split second, I think I might want to be a director one day, or, you know, I might just want to do that. The only reason that you say one day, maybe not right now, but one day, is because you're unwilling to do what it takes to get you there right now. And let me just tell you, if you're unwilling to do it now, I promise you 5 years from now, 1 year from now, you're not going to be willing. There's nothing like, I don't know about y'all, but 5 years ago, I was busy. 10 years ago, I was busy. The only thing that's changed is that I just keep getting busier. I don't know about y'all, okay? But we just start having relationships, and then we start having kids, more pets. Parents get older and they need stuff. Like, we just get busier, okay? And the truth is if you're not willing to do it now, I guarantee you're never going to be willing. So stop with all of the negative, because the only reason you say you're not willing is it's Lindsay Stewart said it the best. She said it's easier for you to say you don't want it right now than it is to do the work it takes to get you there. It is. It's easier to say I don't really want a pink Cadillac than it is to go actually put in the work it takes to earn a pink Cadillac. So, if you've ever had the urge to be a sales director, I need you to understand you've got to stop putting that off, because God gave you that little dream or big dream. He planted that seed. It was planted in you by God. Okay? Because I don't plant seeds in your head. I need you to understand that. I plant seeds around you, but not in your head, not in your heart. I don't get in there. That's God. Okay? And so the numbers don't lie. Half of your appointments will cancel. Half. 1 in 5 phone calls are going to book with you. That means if you book 10, you're going to have 1 solid appointment. Or excuse me, if you make 10 phone calls, you're going to have 1 solid appointment. I told you at Fall Retreat, if you make 15 phone calls 5 days a week. Okay, like 15 phone calls is like 15 minutes. 30 minutes at the max in case people answer. Okay? You will have a total of 60 bookings, which means that you'll finish 30 faces, which means that you'll do 15 sharing appointments, because half of those people will say yes to coffee, which means that you'll finish the month in your red. And if you do it twice, guess what? You'll most likely be in DIQ from consistent work. 15 phone calls. What is stopping you from making 15 friggin' phone calls? Like you. That's what's stopping you. You. Because you're not making it about them and the opportunity that you have to give to other people that God gave you. Y'all, I told a girl the other day that I'm in Mary Kay because God wants me to flood the gates of heaven. And so I'm just using Mary Kay as the tool to do that. Do you understand that? Like, people really get saved at Mary Kay events. They start to understand what a relationship with Jesus is, all the while they're providing for their families. Do you get that? It's not about the money. It's about long-term salvation. And you not making 15 phone calls, you guys, is so friggin' selfish. Because there are women out there that I promise need this. They don't just need extra money. That's just, it just kind of comes with it. But sometimes they need a family. Y'all, the only thing that got me through my husband's deployment and my postpartum depression was my Mary Kay family. At that time, and my mom is so like, she feels awful about it, but she can't change the past. But the truth is my dad was joining a freaking biker gang. My papa was getting drunk on every single day, which is my mama's daddy, who lived right behind me when I had Emma. And my mama was getting high. And it was just me and this little bitty baby. And my husband was in Syria, and I couldn't talk to him. And the only people that I had was my Mary Kay family. So you not making your 15 calls is preventing all the people who need a family, who need Jesus, who need extra money so that they can feed their children, because they make too much to get government benefits, but they make too little to actually pay for everything they need to pay for. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop making it about you. It's not about you. It's about all these people that need it. So what are you going to do this week? Because here's what I know. You may not do 15 sharing appointments. You may not do 15 faces. But if you do 15 phone calls, which you can control, right? Every single one of my girls who does 15 phone calls will have 10 or more bookings by the end of the week and get the recognition on the pace setters, period. It's just the way it is. Because the numbers work. You'll get recognition. You'll be doing God's work. Understand that. It's 15 calls, y'all. He didn't call you to go friggin' be in the desert and bring people home from Egypt or something. He asked you to make phone calls. All right. Woo! That was good. I might need to re-listen to that myself. All right, y'all, give me some takeaways. I'm going to eat some grape salad.
Okay. Well, I don't love it. But there are women out there that need Mary Kay. Stop being selfish. The numbers always work. That seed was planted by God. And it's just 15 calls.
What was that last one?
It's just 15 calls.
Just 15 calls. Brandy?
I need to work harder at coming up with 15 people to call.
I bet you
That's
have
my-
them. I really bet if you really go through every single person you know, Brandy, you know 15 people that you haven't done a facial with. I bet.
Okay, I'm working on my list. tonight.
Okay. Lisa is on Facebook and she said, I thought mine emailed. I will check my outbox. Lisa, I'll check for you. I'll look in my email. Ashley said, I'm here. Can't stay the full time. I have a facial at 6:45. Go ahead, girl. And she said, I love in person. Tammy, are you with us? You want to share your takeaways?
Yeah, I'm here. Right now, like I said, I just need to work on getting leads and then just do it. Quit being scared and just do it.
Quit being scared and just do it. All right. Is Brianna with you?
She is.
She probably scared to come meet with me now.
We just pulled in the parking lot. So.
Well, come on. Here's your challenge for the week. Make 15 calls for 5 days. The women who do that, 15 calls. Your calls don't have to necessarily be a booking every single time. It could be that you are, calling customers to get referrals and you call 15 different customers or whatever. Okay. It could be that you're calling, I don't know, just like it needs to be obviously connected to your business, but 15 calls, whether it be to follow up with a customer, to do a sharing appointment, maybe to book her for that, maybe to get a booking for a color session so you can get back in front of somebody that you think needs Mary Kay. Just any kind of like booking attempt or lead generation attempt. Okay. 15 calls, 5 days. That means if you skip today, you got to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. You got 5 days. You got to do it 5 days in a row or whatever. You can skip whatever days you want to, but you got to do it 5 days. 15 calls, y'all. Come on. And literally, when you go to make those phone calls, say, I'm a master booker and I'm about to find some new leads. I'm a master booker and I'm about to get some new bookings. I'm a master booker and I'm doing God's work, period. Get out of my own head. Sometimes you just got to say that to yourself. Like, suck it up, Nikki. That's what I always say. Suck it up, Buttercup. Like, come on. This ain't even that hard. Okay. Lisa also said work it full circle. Use the scripts and the numbers work. That's right. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. And I'm excited to see y'all next week to see who made their 15 calls for 5 days. I'm going to have a really amazing prize. So make sure you do it. Bye.